Welcome back to day number 2 here at the Columbus Arena. We are all joined for the North American Championship presented by Xbox. We're tuning up 3 weeks away. Call of Duty Championships. Your first time up on the booth today, Matt. How you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty
Fantastic.
good. That was a great game that you and Jack
I've
just
had way too many energy drinks.
Yeah, we're pretty hyped, but this
Far
is going to
too
be
many.
a great match. It's going to be Team Revenge going up against Denal. This is a winner round 2. Winner of this does move on to LA.
Yeah, so I was completely incorrect in what I said during the first series. I thought that was our last winners round 2, but I
No, you're
forgot.
wrong.
Yeah, Clay had the delay as well.
Right.
Flat tire, whatever the case was. He had to drive in due to a flight being canceled. It was a wild array of events for him yesterday, but he's here. He's ready to go. They played late last night. I think
The first match, I think, started at 11.
Yeah. And there's Clay. You look, he's ready to go. Mr. Energy himself. I imagine he'll be fired.
He looks a little bit more tired than you usually would expect to see Clay. Clay, one of the most fired up players in Call of Duty, and I think this could be a scary matchup for Denal. We've seen a lot of 3-0s. No, Ray's probably going to hate me for saying it. We've seen a lot of 3-0s over here on the main stage. I think this is one that kind of has all the makings for a match that could get a little bit interesting. You see the guys on TR. They're a very talented team. They don't remember who they played round 1, but they 3-0'd them. It wasn't really close. They came in extremely prepared. I'm shocked they didn't qualify for Season 2. This was a team that me, Ben, and Puckett talked a lot about, that we thought this was going to be a shoo-in for Season 2 of the MLG Pro League. Didn't make it in, lost last map to Optic Nation, but they are a very talented team. You can see Vicento there on the end just staring into the camera.
Well, TR, they've had a ton of upsets in 2Ks and 5Ks, I feel.
It's almost like every month they made it to a final of a 2K or a 5K.
Was it Orlando where they upset Optic on Friday?
I believe.
I might be mixing events together.
I think it was the Columbus Open.
It was a Columbus. Okay, I remember they
Optic tied in pool play with another team. They moved on.
Okay, yeah, I remember there was some drama with them with upset. But point being, they're a very talented team, and this is one of our better round 2 games. I know we've had some. Yesterday, obviously, they're pretty lopsided games for the most part, but this is one where I think we'll see. Does his travel day yesterday affect him at all? I think he put up pretty solid numbers though yesterday.
In the late match, yeah. But still, this is a tougher match. Obviously, I think the 2 matches, 3 matches that I looked for in round 2 was this one, the Stunner versus ON one, and then it was the which was the other close one? I'm trying to think. It was...
You're not on the spot or anything.
It was Stunner Optic Nation was a tough one.
Yeah.
This one, and then there was, the TKSB one.
Yeah,
I don't know how I didn't remember
but
that
TK
one.
made that look pretty easy. Outside of the uplink was close, but other than that, they completely dominated SB.
And ON made the Stunner match look a lot closer than I thought it, look a lot... I mean, they blew out Stunner, but still, I thought that was going to be a close game.
And then the one with Prophecy I thought would be close, and they kind of blew out Prophecy for the most part. So, yeah, we've had a couple series where we thought, finally, we're going to get this 3-1 on the main stage. We're going to have a Game 5. No, siree, we are not.
We have not had one yet here on the main stage. We are definitely waiting to have a close one. And I believe we have Benson and Ray over at the analysis desk. So let's get their opinions on this match about to start, Denal versus TR.
Thanks, Matt. As you said, me and Ray down here on the analyst desk.
He said there was a chance of a 3-1. That automatically eliminates every chance of a 3-1 possible.
He kind of messed that up a little bit with the bad Wuchu. But I'm agree with him.
No, I did. I mean,
I think this is one of the games where we can safely say this is going to be a 3-0.
Safely say, yes. Safely is we've said it a few times.
We have. We've been wrong.
Safely is the right word in this situation. We may have something that's not a 3-0 on the main stage. I'm really excited. I'm praying to God right now. I really want.
I genuinely think TR have a good chance of taking off a map. I think Denal ultimately is going to win the series. But speaking of Vicento before the game, he said, hey, we're going to surprise a few people. We have some things in terms of our gameplay, which may surprise a lot of people. What that is, who knows?
To be fair, if you look at Optic last night when they played at MFAM, they didn't. I mean, obviously they won. I mean, it wasn't no contest. But then again, like they weren't extremely dominant like we normally see them being.
Right.
So maybe I don't know. I'm sure through the night, like today, it was a completely different story. But Clayster had issues with his car yesterday. I doubt any of that's going to play an effect. But you just never know, really. It's like you said, Team Revenge. They're coming in hot. They beat Optic before. They have these possibilities of beating good teams. And if they can do it here on the big stage, hey, more the better.
Who knows? I mean, TR Online especially have looked really good. 2Ks, 5Ks. It's like they have one tournament a month where they shock everyone and they kind of go all the way through to the finals. They've beaten teams like Optic Gaming in the past, admittedly online, but they have done it online as well. And I feel like you can't go up against these guys lightly. I mean, you're a former player. Sometimes you'll go into a match which everyone expects you to win, but they can come out and surprise you.
I mean, as a player, I never went in thinking, oh, this is a for sure win.
Right.
There's always that possibility, and you never want to give that possibility away. As soon as you give them a little piece of the cookie, they're like, I want more of that. I want more of that cookie. That cookie's good. It tastes good.
Now you're making me hungry, right?
But I'm sorry. But no, basically, yeah. If I feel like if TR can somehow take that hard point, I feel like
really though,
it's hard to see against Denial. It's really hard to see. But if they can somehow come out hot and kind of give that like. When you're a team that's kind of expected to win, it's always hard to lose the first map. If you lose the first map, you're always like, there's always these kind of sense of doubts coming in, and you're like, oh, wow. And then you're going into a search and destroy, which is a game type that's normally a toss-up when you're playing a team that you're not really accustomed to, right? So it's really like even if TR can put up a fight on the first map, then just give him that kind of like some sort of boost going into the second map. Because I mean, TR has a good chance of taking S&D. They seem like a good team all around, and Denial's kind of not a newer team, but then again, like they've had the roster changes not too long ago, so you just never know, really.
You look at the maps, of course, Hardpoint Retreat being map number 1. You have to expect Denial to take that.
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's hard,
it would be a shock factor if they didn't, put it that way. But Search and Destroy Detroit, that's where I think TR actually have a chance. And I think if there's going to be a map out of that whole best of 5, that's the one which TR can take.
Right. I mean, we're always going to sit here and say the lower seeded team, amateur team per se, can take the S&D. I mean, we're always going to sit here and say that against the pro team because it's the one game type that can create inconsistency sometimes depending on how the teams play it. And normally when an amateur team and the pros kind of play a certain way and the amateurs play a certain way, so it's a mix-up that you never know what can happen out of it.
Of course, game number 3, Uplink Biolab, followed by a CTF Biolab and a Search and Destroy Riot. I hope it goes to a game 5. I know you do too. We're desperate for something other than a 3-0.
Yeah.
With the game about to get underway, we'll send it back up to Maven and Mr. X.
I'm going to be honest, Matt. All I took from that was the bit about cookies, and now I would appreciate some baked goods from Rambo.
I
got a feeling
Ray's got everybody hungry.
Oh, yeah, he's good with an oven.
I don't know if that's true. But something that Ben talked a little bit about is he said he spoke to Vicento. They're going to bring out some interesting stuff. One thing of note, Maven, if you want to just jump on with Nagafen real quick, see what he's using. So in the online tournament against Optic Nation, he pulled out an LMG, and it really kind of threw Optic Nation off. They didn't really know what to do. It's going to be interesting to see if TR goes to that.
All right, well, we'll keep on with TR for a little bit here, just through this first hill, see what they can get rolling. Down just a couple of points here early on is actually Control has been pretty much dominated by Denial. So let's get eyes on with them replays. Able to clean up one. Another one across and to his left. Looks like he's going to rotate back. He's worried about the flank there from Pool, but you can see via the minimap, no action really coming his way. So I'll switch it up to Clay. One pushing him, not going to be able to win that gunfight. Good use of verticality there by the player from TR. JCap able to get one, has 2 more in front. Makes it a 2-piece. Can he get the third to his left? Make it 3. No, JCap will fall, not able to win the gunfight. Hill currently contested.
Cap still starting off extremely hot, 5-1. First hill very early, but something to note, Clay 0-3, and you saw him playing from inside the hill in that first hard point. If you are a Denial fan, a Clayster fan, that's not the type of positioning you want to see him in. You want to see Clay playing further back with an assault rifle, just taking out players off spawns and off cuts.
And I don't know what just happened. I switched to replays because he was first one in and he was one watching that back flank kind of for this hill. He got the kill, then rotated out. His teammate rotated up top as well, and 2 players just flooded in from behind. He took eyes off of it, and now they've lost complete control of this second hill.
You have to be aware of the minimap. I mean, when you're replays and you're in the hill and you're looking towards your right, you turned around to look towards poolside when your teammates are spawning up over on poolside. Yeah. They're clearly not going to be coming from that direction.
And he just got the kill. I mean, his job there was to hold that backside, and to both players there just giving it up. JCap, though, able to get a 2-piece here in the hard point. You see a guy pushing him from wall, able to get hit marker there with the nade, picks up the assist. Shots coming in with the bow, another assist for him. The other player has to back down.
I mean, you're for Denial, you're kind of lucky right there. I mean, you can afford to make mistakes like that when you have players like Cap and Attach playing, very well. JCap starting off 9-3, Attach 9-7, putting a lot of pressure on the hills. That's what you're going to need to see out of them. But I don't know if they win, if they win this series or they go on farther in the tournament if Clay is not playing the way he played at Season 1 Champs. He played phenomenal at that event.
Top 5 player, arguably.
Yeah, top 5 player from that event. I think they need that kind of player out of Clay if they're going to go far in this event.
All right, well, Nagafen able to pick up 2. Vicento gets 1 as well. 1 player remaining, that's going to be Clay. Together, they're able to take out the entire side of Denial. The comeback is in progress. They're down about 15 right now, 7.5 left to go. This has been a fantastic hill here for TR. Another two-piece. No, Nagafin going to lose that gunfight there to attach. Remy, though, coming in to clean up. He's got players who are going to be pushing him from his right. They're all flooding into the hill right now. This will be a big engagement, but honestly, with 15 seconds left, the team that drops here and loses this fight is probably just going to rotate.
Yeah, they're going to rotate if they lose this engagement, which it looks like it's going to go in favor of Denial. I would expect TR to rotate, and you see that on the mini-map. And I think the big engagements on that hill was actually, seen in the kill feed. It was Facento. 2 players from Denial had spawned in cave. Facento was able to win both of those gun battles by an extra, 5 to 10 seconds for TR. And here's the LMG I was talking about. Yeah.
You mentioned it. He's able to get 2, get an assist on 1. He'll eventually drop, but already starting to do a little bit of work outside. And that gun, usually you'll see it kind of hold. That player will be the AR player looking over it with a bow, but that gun just as effective, if not more effective, when you see the lay in fire for the constant flood that's coming outside, Matt.
The MLE is a very difficult gun to go against. We saw Fizzerp use it to perfection in their first round matchup for SB. You're going to need to see Denial make an adjustment here, whether it's, they're going to throw more stunts, push this player more aggressively, or they're going to, really just kind of attack him from the sides. They can't run at him straight up because it's going to result the same way, in favor of TR as it did at SB. And you see TR, they're making a comeback right now. Denial not adjusting to that LMG setup.
Well, the big thing they need, we talked about it, Clay right now 9-14. I mean, he's told me he is a top AR player in this game, and he really is. But this is a game, specifically this game mode, you need to go off with the AR.
This team does not win without getting numbers out of Clay. He's their player that needs to stay back and just rack up kills and make the job easier for Attach and Cap. And you see, Attach got off to a really good start. We talked about it. Now, 11-19, because his job is even more difficult when Clay is not, really performing at that level. So those players, I would say their stats are kind of tied to each other.
Well, let's see, the player in the hill right now for Denials is going to end up being Replays. We're watching him. He's got these back steps. It's going to be awkward. The timing there might not work out. He might actually end up being flight, but no, there's a teammate behind. They go with Attach, able to get 1. Headshot there from Replays. He's 1 shot, though. Can he get this one as well? No, gonna fall. Facento counters with the headshot of his own. Clay trying to get aggressive now into the hill. He's got 1 in front. Teammate cleans that up. Able to get the second, though. Third, not able to line it up. And this one is basically all tied up as we're going to get ready to hop into the second side of rotations, Matt.
And I think this is the difference you really see between Clay and, I would say, 2 of the other better ARs in the game. I would say, let's say Slasher and Formal, those 2 other ARs. You really hardly see those players get in the hill when I talk about Slasher and Formal. Clay likes to play aggressive in the hill, but sometimes that backfires and plays against his team. You're going to need Cap and Attach to win most of their gunfights, and they're going to be harder gunfights than usual if Clay is going to be pushing that hill.
And that was a really good job by Remy. They were 3 down. He was last alive. He cleared out the final player in the hill before he fell, so it prevented Denial from rallying. Probably would have got about 10 to 15 points there. Instead, halted it just a bit for his players to come off spawn. That's 2 down right now for either side. Replay is going to drop. Remy is going to be your man on the hill with Aqua, though. They've got control right now. They're starting to mount a little bit of a lead here, up 8. And this has been a great comeback because they were down, 40 or so early?
No, they weren't down too bad. It was, that first hill they had a rough time. But after that, the game's pretty much been all TR. I mean, you really want to talk about it. After that first hill, and then the start of the second hill when Replays, they got fortunate. He was looking the wrong way. The players came from the other. After those 2 hills, it's been dominated by TR, and I think the story of this is they really need Clay to start slaying. You're seeing he's picking things up 21-20 now. You're going to have to see Attach really pick it up. 19-28, forcing tons of engagements. He needs to win most of those battles, though.
And Remy was that first one in the back. He was going to drop, though. And, wow, they had 2 players in early from TR, but everyone just get rolled out of the hill. Clay is going to have to win some gunfights, and that's big. He's able to get 2. His teammates should be able to clean up this final player, but he's actually still alive. Who was it? That was Noctafin, who somehow managed to survive with that back turtle statue as long as he did. Remy flooding in now. Attach going to win that gunfight. Time mounting here. A bit by bit for Denial, trying to tie this one up again. And God, this has been so back and forth, especially over these final couple hills.
And you can see as Clay playing a little bit better, Attach starting to heat up. It's so easy to win those gun battles. I don't want to say it's so easy, but it's a lot easier. When players are just sprinting at you, able to win those engagements from the hill. He was having a tough time winning the ones on the run to get those intro kills, but now doing a very nice job. 25-31, starting to bring it back a bit.
All right, it's going to be rotation time, though. And look, it actually worked out the final couple deaths. They spawned basically right at the next hard point. So it's going to be Aqua and crew set up in and around this next hill. Big kill from Nagafin. Got the rotation coming from Pool. You see via the COD vision. The rest are going to be coming from mid-map. He's got a good setup in here. There's 3 players, 1 outside. That outside player is going to get picked by Attach. Attach gets 2. He's going ham right now trying to take over this hill.
If you were TR right there, you needed to push out. As soon as your player dies at Pool Rock, that is the biggest spot of the map on this hill to contest. You needed to another player out there because you see Denial, they're going to get that back spawn, going to be favorable in their possession, and they're going to be able to control this hill.
Yeah, it was that player. Whoever was outside at pool, if he could have held that off a little bit longer, they might have got set up. But it was Attached that came in, picked up 2, I think even 3 kills to break that and get that favorable spawn in the back. They're still getting decent spawns here. The poolside rush coming in right now from TR. Let's see if they can hold it up. They're currently up 8 points, just over 2 to play. I got a feeling this one's coming down to the final seconds, Matt.
This one's going to come down to the wire, and I want to see on this bottom hill. TR really came back, started to make a run here when it went to the bottom hill in that first rotation. Is Nagafen going to switch that LMG off spawn again? He's obviously holding down that time in the last one. We'll see if he dies. We'll go back with him on the respawn, see if he's going to switch over to that LMG, because he really dominated that bottom hill with it, and here it is again.
All right, he should have eyes on Cap. Shots coming in, able to get 1. Let's see, he's going to line them up here. There's 2. Third in the back, hit markers coming in, trying to get as many players as weak as he can for his team. Just giving Remy, oh, he actually took out Remy after he assisted on a couple of those.
He's doing a great job locking it down, but his subs are not getting any pressure on the hill. You're going to see, I believe, Aqua, the last one alive for TR. He's going to be pushed into the hill. He's going to be taken out right away. So Remy doing a nice job clearing out lanes, just as SMG is not able to win any battles. I think that's definitely a testament to the way JCap is playing right now. Cap absolutely going massive for Denial. When a lot of the other players were kind of slowing down, having up and down games, Cap's been playing strong all throughout.
Yeah, he got 4 in a row there, just helping his team really try to pull away in this one. But despite the fact that we saw the slaying coming in from Cap, we still have ourselves a 5-point game. Final hill coming.
TR, they have that rotation to that final hill, so we're going to be tied going into the last 50 seconds here, Maeve. These initial gun battles are going to be huge. Nobody from TR pushed out on pool wall, so very interesting to see they're giving up that much space to Denial.
That's 2 down for Denial, though. Keeping eyes on with Aqua, as he's going to be the man getting points right now. He saw Attached dive across. See if he can pick that up. Gets 1. Checking his back step, sees another. Melee's, but somehow the sick hip fire there. Able to pick up that player as well. 2 up right now for TR. They're trying to hold this up. 25 seconds left. They've got a 10-point lead. Denial's got to break this, Matt.
TR's going to have to break once here, and they're running out of time. 19 seconds left. It looks like they're now almost able to tie it up. Replay is going to drop. Players contesting for TR in the hill. It's going to be Cap. He's going to be able to take out 1. Too many players from TR. 10 seconds left. Looks like they're going to be able to flood this hill and control it here at the end. And we were talking, we thought this could be a good series, maybe. You see Pacento. He is getting hyped down there for Team Revenge, and coming out right there first net. TR, I think Nagafen with that LMG on the bottom hills, they only used it on those 2, but it definitely changed the game. He was able to open up the lanes for the subs, and that's where they were able to make most of their time on both of those.
Well, really, for me, it came down, you see like 20, all right,
let's talk about that for a second. I just saw that.
20, even 40 and 40, which is
40 and 40,
awesome
which
too,
is great.
20 captures, I don't know that I've ever seen 20.
No.
Personally, I don't think I've ever seen a 20.
What, 9,000 points right there.
Yeah, that's, I think Krim put up, what, about the same last game. And Krim was, so think about that. He's 40 and 40. I think Krim was like 54 and 24 or 34. Still in the same score pretty much. What an incredible performance.
But you're just doing a great job forcing so many fights on the hills.
Dear God.
Cap able to win a lot of those. Cap having a great game for Denial, going 43 and 31. I think you just needed replays and Attached to play a little bit better. I think, though, that's kind of tied to Clay. Clay goes -1. Picked it up in the second half, had a really rough time in the first half of Hills. I think Clay plays a bit better and makes it easier for those 2 players.
He's got to step it up, and I think he will. Again, we talked about the travel day. He might be a little bit tired, but I think once the adrenaline gets flowing, once they get rolling here, he gets a couple big kills, I think he's really going to turn up. But game number 2 is going to be Detroit S&D up next. Can Denial climb back in the series? They are trailing early 1-0 to TR. Quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Tweet the stream. We'll be right back.